Welcome back, everybody, to more from the Sableyes. I'm here today with Blake. How's it going, Blake?
I'm good, thanks, Mitch.
That's good. And we're going to take a break from our review of Perth Regionals to play some more Proxy Boxing, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, I'm excited to get into some more training center as well.
Proxy Boxing.
Got some more deck ideas to bring to the center. So
sounds good. Well, I'm going to be playing Blastoise GX, which we've seen on the channel before, and Blake's bringing something new. He's got Gardevoir and Sylveon tag team versus Whimsicott, but we'll get to what those cards do in just a second. We'll start off with the die roll. Heads or tails, mate?
Heads as always, thanks, Mitch.
And it is heads, so you'll be going first.
No worries.
Beautiful. Alright, so whilst we're setting up, we already know what Blastoise does. What does Gardevoir Sylveon do?
Well, Sylveon, I keep doing that. Gardevoir Sylveon as a mulligan. Probably should have showed you.
That's okay.
That's so Gardevoir Sylveon tag team has what 200 and let's see, I'm playing the card 260 HP. And for 1 colorless energy, it accelerates 2 fairy energy to 2 of your bench Pokemon.
Yep.
And then for 2 fairy and a colorless, it does 150 and allows you to move all of your energy around as much as you like.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. And I know cool. the GX attack is the one that I'm most keen to hear, because I think it's reasonably good.
Yeah, so for 3 fairy, Magical Miracle GX does 200 damage, and if there's 3 extra fairies attached to this card, in addition to the attack cost, your opponent shuffles their hand into their deck.
And how many cards do they draw?
None.
Oh, none. Okay, so they lose the game? Sounds good.
So yeah, you'd have to have a pretty good board or a bunch of Zoroark GX in play if you want to draw some cards for like the rest of the game. So yeah, it's a pretty good GX.
That seems like a pretty good one. I mean, it's going to be tough for you to get that extra 3 energy on. Oh wait, hang on, they just printed a card that says attach 3 energy.
Yeah.
So hey, but it's fine. I'm sure that its partner Whimsicott isn't that good.
No, so the Whimsicott that's come out of the last part of this set, its ability states, it's a stage 1 with 190 HP that states that if this Pokemon were to take damage from your opponent's attacks, flip a coin. If tails, negate that damage instead.
Huh. So just don't do any damage if I miss the coin.
You just don't do any damage. So cool. The biggest thing with that card is that if your opponent tries to GX your Whimsicott, let's say Dangerous Rogue, with 4 bench Pokemon, you flip over the GX counter, Dangerous Rogue. Alright, cool, I'm about to take 200 damage, I'm going to flip a coin. Okay, Tails. Okay, so Dangerous Rogue does 0 damage, you still spent your GX attack.
Oh, cool, no worries, so it's just over.
Yeah, so like you lose your GX attack and then Gardevoir Sylveon probably kills it, or so does Whimsicott.
That sounds pretty good. Well, you're free to start, mate, anytime you like.
Yep, I'll start now that I've finished explaining myself. So, alright, go with that. Attach here, play a Nest Ball. I also play some cool support Pokemon too, which we'll get into as this game goes on. We got a little cutie fly here. Little cutie.
Little cutie.
Play Adventure Bag.
Adventure Bag.
So this Adventure Bag helps us get out these beautiful little fairy charms. They gave us some real beauties. One of them is Fairy Charm ability. So when this is attached to a fairy type, prevent all damage done to this fairy Pokemon this is attached to by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon GX and EX with ability.
Oh, cool. So even if I flip heads on Whimsicott, I still can't knock it out.
Exactly.
Great. And it also works on Gardevoir, which has 260 HP. Oh, cool. Oh, this sounds really, really good.
We're having a great time.
Why did I agree to play this?
Alright, we're going to play a second Nest Ball after I Lily for a Cottony.
Sure.
And then
what a card.
We are going to pass the turn.
Who would have thought that you would be playing down a Cottony in a game of Pokemon?
Yeah. Certainly not me.
What a time to be alive. I'm going to Nest Ball.
But yeah, so the Whimsicott's attack for 1 fairy energy, it's a bit like Gardevoir's Infinite Force attack that we're familiar with, the GX, just the regular GX, except it just doesn't count your opponent's energy as well. It's just the energy attached to Whimsicott. But there's a lot of acceleration in this deck, and it's compatible with the new triple colorless energy that we got in that we're going to get in this set, I should say, which is really powerful.
I'm just going to beacon.
And yeah, the energy racks up quickly, and its GX attack for 1 fairy allows you. It's the same as a Metagross GX's attack. You search your deck for 5 cards and put them into your hand. So that's also pretty good.
That sounds really good. Like I'm gonna throw it out there. I feel like you've just made a deck that's gonna hard counter what I'm playing, because.
Well, here's the thing. There's so many fairy charms now. There's hard counters a few things.
It hard counters whatever the meta is, so you can't complain really.
Yeah, you just pick the charms and chuck them on.
Sounds good.
So
it's your turn.
Alright, draw for turn. Alright, so I'm going to evolve to Whimsicott. I'm going to put down a Lightning Fairy Charm on Cutie Fly, because I don't think that's coming up this game.
No, probably not.
Put that to the side there. I'll attach a DCE to my active Gardevoir Sylveon tag team. And then I'll play the supporter that people might not know exists, which is Mina. Overlooked, because we didn't have very many good fairy types in the format. As you just search your deck for a fairy energy and attach it to one of your fairy type Pokemon. Or just one of your Pokemon, actually. Doesn't have to even be fairy.
Just good energy acceleration. Can't complain about that. And it means that you're one fairy energy and a colorless away from making me shuffle my hand into my deck and saying I lose. So it's going well here.
Well, the thing I should point out is that the 3 extra energy, it has to be 3 extra fairy energy. So it's not just
right. Okay. So it's not completely broken.
No, it's not completely.
Excellent.
We'll bench another tag team. And then we will use Kaleidoscope for 150 damage and the knockout.
Sure.
And we'll just move the DCE to the bench to Whimsicott.
Sure thing. Sounds good to me. Well, I'm going to attach an energy to Articuno.
Vulpix is dead.
Yes, the Vulpix is dead. You're correct.
Sorry, my screen just took a while to update. Yes. Show me the...
That's alright. No, it's fine. Don't stress. I'll play down this Rare Candy into Blastoise, then I'll play down a Tapu Lele, and we'll figure out what our next move is here. It's tough because I've got a reasonable hand, but the big problem that I'm facing here is that my main attacker has a pesky ability, which is
usually really good.
It's really, really good, but in this matchup, it's really, really bad.
Well, see, you know what the cool thing is, because of that new stadium. If you find yourself like struggling with this matchup, you can just put a couple unmanned power plants in your Blastoise deck, and suddenly your Blastoise doesn't have an ability, and it can start smacking Gardevoir.
It can start doing some damage. Yeah, no, that's true.
And it also just hits straight through Whimsicott because it no longer has the ability itself.
I think I'm gonna get Erica's. The main reason I'm gonna do that is because, I mean, I've got a Rare Candy in hand, and I'd really like to get another powerful Squall Blastoise. Because the cool thing that I do have going for me is that you can do Kaleidoscope for 150 and Blastoise has 160. So I'm reasonably happy with that.
That is troublesome, actually.
The only problem that I'm going to face is that my Articuno is what I attached to early game, and 70 plus 150 isn't 260. So we'll find out. I've got 3 in hand, so I'll Erica's for 4. 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to be able to get myself another Pokemon, another Blastoise, but I will be able to Brooklet Hill and get myself another Squirtle, which I'm not unhappy about. And
just in case you can get through these, find something else to... You'd always hit through on another tag team that doesn't have the Fairy Charm and kill that for 3 prizes if you find the opportunity. That's
true, and I don't have to worry about my Blastoise being brought up this turn because of Blizzard Veil and Articuno, so I'm fairly happy about that.
Exactly.
I can just kind of sit back and relax.
It's a good little birdie, Articuno.
So I'm gonna hit for 70. Oh, actually, no. What I should do is I should be Powerful Squalling. I've got an ability that I should use. Sorry.
Yes, I was gonna say.
Don't forget to do that, because that could be incredibly relevant. We're going to attach 1 there. I might actually just attach 2 to this Squirtle, and then move the 2 energy back onto this Blastoise like that.
That seems fair. So 70.
70 damage.
For those of you who are wondering, in case we didn't mention it, it's only for GXs and EXs with abilities. So the Articuno and the Baby Blastoise can hit through it. So Mitch still has some tools available. I'll draw for turn.
It's just going to be a little bit harder. It means I need to 2-hit with my support Pokemon, rather than 1-hitting with my actual Pokemon.
This hand isn't ideal, so we're gonna have to slumdog it. We're gonna have to go through. We'll just go for a Mina and get the attachment the hard way.
Sure.
So. We'll Mina onto our Gardevoir Sylveon tag team. And then we'll just Kaleidoscope.
Sure.
And then we're going to take all 3 of those energies and we're going to chuck them back on the Whimsicott.
Sure thing. Sounds great to me. Now, can you, whilst you're attaching all those energy to Whimsicott, can you tell us what Whimsicott's ability is? Not its ability, its attack. Sorry.
So if its attack is 10 plus 30 for each energy attached to Whimsicott.
Look at Hill. Oh, cool. So what you're saying is you can just sit there powering it up, and unless I flip heads, it doesn't die?
Yes.
Oh, cool. No worries. That sounds like a great time. I'm having fun. We play Pokemon for fun. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, we're having fun here.
Yeah, we're all having fun. I'm gonna Brooklet Hill for another Squirtle.
Yep.
So all the boys are here. That's just whether or not
the boys are back in town.
Whether or not I can put myself into a position to win the game here. Cause I'm gonna need to take a knockout on the benched Gardevoir, Sylveon, because that's gonna be the easiest thing for me to kill. Because I have to flip a coin to kill the other GX, and I can't attack the one in the active unless I use Blastoise with Powerful Squall. So we'll see how we go. I'm gonna Bill's Analysis.
Yep.
I'll have a look at the top 7 cards. Trying to find myself a couple of decent trainers here. I think I might have them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly have a look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab myself this Ultra Ball, which is pretty solid. I'm also going to grab myself this Rescue Stretcher, because I feel like my Squirtles are quite important and they're going to die very quickly.
Yep, that seems like a fair assessment.
So I think that's probably the best thing to do. I don't need to shuffle because I'm about to go back in. I'm going to Ultra Ball, getting rid of a Brooklet Hill and getting rid of a Water Energy to get myself another Blastoise. And those people at home who are like wary and careful viewers will note that this Blastoise is the one actual team-up Blastoise that I own. The rest of them are all proxy. So I think I might need to come into some more Blastoise over the next couple of
I think weeks. I own 2. I've got a regular and a reverse foil.
It's one of those cards that I just wasn't expecting to need, and now I need them. So
yeah.
All right. Now I am going to use Powerful Squall because I'm going to need to.
With all the fire support we're seeing in this set, I mean, we've already showcased how powerful the new fire archetypes you can make. You can literally make whatever you like. Welder's just so powerful a card. Yeah. You can make just about anything work if it wants to.
Absolutely.
You just have to believe.
Yeah,
and play 4 copies of Welder.
You just have to want it. Play Energy and Welder. That's all you need to do. You don't even need to play Fire type Pokemon if you don't want to.
That's it.
Play normal, whatever.
Maybe play like a Snorlax GX tag team.
Exactly.
That guy seems cool.
Second Powerful Squall.
He likes energy, but I think Blastoise might be in a pretty good position with all the strong fire type support coming around.
It might very well be. Now I've just whiffed twice on Powerful Squall, which is frustrating. To say
it is, and you did ditch your water energy.
Well, I got rid of one because I had 2 in. I have 2 in hand, so I can still attack. But I would have really liked to have been able to get myself organised for next turn.
I'm consistently forgetting that those things have free retreat because of their ability.
Yep, you've got the old Brooklet Hill. So I'm going to Hydro Tackle for 150 and I take 30 damage myself. And unbelievably, 70 plus 150 is still not a knockout. I cannot wait for you to Acerola this and make all of my hard work go away.
No, I'm sure this deck doesn't play a copy of Acerola. Don't be silly.
Definitely not. I Acerola.
I'm gonna Acerola the active.
Yep, for sure.
Yep.
I'm gonna put the old Fairy Charm onto this Whimsicott.
I'm gonna put the old Fairy Charm onto this Whimsicott.
Now not only can I not kill it because of the coin flip, I also can't kill it because stuff you, that's why.
I'm gonna put the Ultra Beast Fairy Charm on there. That's also a fair card. And so I'm just going to declare the number, which I'm going to be doing for the rest of the game with this current energy attachment. So it's 10 plus 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. 160. I'm going to do 160.
That's exactly
that seems to be
enough.
That's the number I need to kill Blastoises for the rest of this game. So I'm going to continue to do that.
I'm going to energy recycler, because I'd like to put some energy back in my deck. Oh boy. I knew it was going to be tough.
This is where we'd kill for a Hex Maniac. Whew.
Jeez. Or just a Field Blower.
Or a Pokemon Ranger. Yeah, Field Blower's
Field Blower's fine. I'd get rid of that.
Then you just be down to a coin flip.
Yeah, give me a 50-50, you know? Like, at least then I've got a shot. At the moment, I'm just...
For me, that's the most unfair thing about... Like, it's not even declare the attack. If Tails, the attack fails. It's... No, it just doesn't do damage.
Yeah, you just...
all the negative conditions. Oh, Blacephalon, lost zoning 4 fire energy. Tails. There goes 4 fire energy for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I just can't use them.
Blastoise
so
shuffle in 4 energy to do 240. Tails, 0 damage, but the water goes back. So,
cool.
You know, find those again.
Yeah, see you later.
We'll see if those... Try your luck with the Blastoise.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
It's I think this card's ridiculous.
It is a bit, but that's okay. I'm gonna Guzma and bring out your Gardevoir.
Yeah.
Because I don't see myself winning this game, unless I do something amazing. So Hydro Tackle for 150, and hope you don't have Acerola in hand.
No. Draw for turn. Alright, so we are going to play Nest Ball.
Sure.
Nest Ball is just going to find us another one of those little guys. Just in case you manage to kill one by some...
Just in case I fluke a coin flip.
And it's not even a tag team, it's worth 2 prizes.
I know, it's so painful to kill.
We are going to play Pokegear. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We find ourselves a Cynthia.
Sure. Yeah, it's a very interesting format that's coming up because there's quite a few decks that are gonna really take off. Like,
I'm gonna play Acerola.
It's just gonna be an amazing format. I'm not actually upset about this deck because this deck obviously works well here, but we've not teched for each other or anything. We're not playing matchups that are
this
going
is just
to be
like
future meta. We're just playing for fun. So like,
but everyone at home, I've not like teched my Fairy Charms towards Mitch because I have like 2 Lightning Fairy Charms and an Ultra Beast Fairy Charm as well, which is basically just like this is just like the loadout of Fairy Charms at one of the highest placing version of Gardevoir Sylveon played in its list, which at the time probably made the most sense, but it probably doesn't even make sense with this current loadout of decks. So
yeah.
With that being said, I've got nothing else to do here. I'm going to just energy blow for once.
Sure thing. Alright. Well, we are in big old trouble. And I reckon it might be Scoop City. I don't think there's much more I could do. So I'm just going to call it there. I don't think that there's any reason to carry on. I got 6 prizes. You got 2. You're going to probably be able to kill my Tapu Lele. That's perfectly reasonable. Now, what I would like to do here, Blake, I've got a proposal for you. Considering we're interested in entertainment, as opposed to beating the crap out of me, perhaps, and hear me out,
don't put down the Fairy Charm.
Don't put down the Fairy Charm, because I mean we've still got the ability. I just want to see if I can actually set up, if I'm able to actually take a knockout.
Alright, so this is a card we didn't see that game so far, which is I support Pokemon. They're a Bombi, which helps out even more with this deck. So while this Pokemon is on your bench, whenever your opponent plays a supporter card from their hand, prevent all effects of that card done to your Fairy types in play.
Oh, so it's like the Articuno that I have, except all the time.
except all the time. It doesn't have to be active. It doesn't have to be attacking because it's not good at it. And it's just a stage 1, and it has free retreat. So nothing ever gets Guzman. Nothing ever gets Plumeriad. So that's the only thing it can get like negatively affected by is counter capture and the item hammers.
Yeah, but
blocking those supporters is pretty nutty.
And it really seems to me like this, like obviously the set that these cards came from was built around fairy support, but they have just gone ham with support on all types of Pokemon in those sets that are focused on them. Like the metal Pokemon from Full Metal Wall are insane, like the amount of support that they got. The fairy stuff, ridiculous.
The thing is, for me, like, everything has an insane, like almost every type, apart from normal, because it never has it, has an insane amount of support right now. Like, every type has the ability to be absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and it's a great format to be in. Like, you've got to be happy with it.
You've got your choices.
For sure. Now, I started really poorly here, so we're going to do our very best to not stuff this up. Whoop, I've just dropped a Guzman on the floor. That's okay. I'm going to discard it with an Ultra Ball.
And also with this set, with this new Pokegear card, I feel really comfortable. And also just because of like the slew of new supporters we're getting from this block that are really powerful, I'm feeling really comfortable not even sleeving up a Tapu Lele in any of these builds right now. I don't know about you. I feel super confident just like this deck plays 15 supporters, 13 of which draw cards, or like search for specific cards. And then there's 4 cards which search for supporters. So you can draw any specific ones on your turn without having to put down the GX that gets snatched by Tag Bolt.
Lily for 5. Yeah, no, it's really exciting. It's really exciting to be able to know that you're in a position where, you know, like every deck, though it might be different, you've got access to stuff that you wouldn't normally have access to. So it's really, really cool. I'm just gonna have to pass here, mate. Like I've had a terrible start. I've just lilied into nothing.
No worries. I feel a bit more comfortable about not attaching those tools now. But I don't know. For me, I feel like it's a bit. It eases my mind a bit knowing we're about to lose Tapu Lele to rotation at the end of this year. And even though we get the new Dedenne GX, which is sort of like akin to Shaman of times past, that we still have like a format where we're not just dead drawing all the time.
And here's the thing: we've tested 9 decks, maybe 8 decks from the new format. Not a single one of them's played Dedenne.
Yeah, which is insane. And you saw how many cards Matt was drawing if you watched that video when he was playing his fire deck. He almost decked himself out. He had to watch how many cards he was drawing with Salazzle.
Yeah, he had to stop using the trade ability because he just had so much energy and so much access to cards.
Just declare Fairy Song to attach a fairy to my one bench Pokemon because that's my turn, which isn't much better.
Sure. Well, let's see how we go here.
Let's struggle through this together.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, I've at least got a Blastoise, so I can do something. My big problem is I would love to have 3 energy so that I could Guzma-kill that thing over there.
I suppose you could kill it while it's young. That's awful rude.
Yeah, it is.
Child abuse is a thing.
But it needs to happen at some point. It just needs to be gone. The problem, I don't actually think I don't think that I can get there.
It'd have to be a pretty good Squall.
Well, here's the thing: I can Squall. And if I get, I don't know, 3 energy, then I can attack, and then maybe I'm okay, but you can still Mina attach and knock me out. So, let's see how we go. Let's Squall. 2, 3.
Yeah, I would say that like the 160 HP would come up a lot more if you didn't injure yourself with your attack that you're like practically forced to use.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially because of your poor start.
Well, I've got 2, so
it's just a manual attachment.
Just to figure out what I'm doing here. I don't have the manual attachment.
I've never seen 8 cards look as useless as these ones do, so, I mean, I think you're doing fine here. I don't think I'm going to be able to apply much pressure. This deck, whilst you know, showing off its like bevy of ways to reduce damage and nullify it completely, doesn't really have a way to buff its own damage apart from just attach more energy. So this Gardevoir is only threatening 150 at the moment, unless I just randomly GX without an additional effect.
Oh, it's okay, because I've not got a lot going on. I'm going to grab a Brooklet Hill off of this Bill's analysis, and I'm starting to think that I might just need to get a Lily for next turn, but even then, I don't have a huge amount of cards in my hand. Maybe I just get an Ultra Ball.
I don't know if there's been any others before this, but I think this might be the first Tag Team GX which doesn't have an effect on it by default. It's only got an effect if you have extra energy on it.
Well, and that's actually quite interesting. I'm not sure.
Actually, no, Tag Bolt's the same. No, Tag Bolt's the same. It just does 200 and then does something insane for extra.
It seems like, and I guess it's the same thing that Magical Miracle does, but it seems like there's two kind of types of tag teams. It's either the big hitter or the eccentric kind of ability, the strange ability that's really
the
good.
eccentric or / utility ability.
Yeah.
Like, this one is the Disruption, obviously. Venusaur with the utility heals itself and shuffles all of your discard back into its deck. Really cool. Gengar can't play any cards from hand the next turn and draws up to 7 with the additionals.
It's your turn, mate. There's nothing else I can do.
No, I'll draw for turn. Ooh, another one of my 13 supporters which I cannot play. I'm going to manually attach.
Sure.
And I'm going to Mina. I thought this card would be a lot harder to find considering I'm not only playing the 2 at the moment. I wasn't sure what the correct number would be. I think that this scenario has come up because I've just got nothing going on here and none of these supporters threaten to help me out before you start cooking, because I haven't got my bad boy, my Whimsicott, to block all the damage, considering this treaty I've entered into, which prevents my charms.
Yeah, that gives Mitch a chance at winning the game.
Yeah, that's the one. I'm going to Magical Miracle for, 200?
No worries.
That seems fair.
Cool. Well, I'm going to Brooklet Hill again. We're going to get myself another Squirtle. Because I love Squirtles. I just love Squirtles. I'm going to go back into this deck.
Squirtle.
Squirt. I'm going to get rid of this Erica's Hospitality because you're just not playing any of those down. And I'm also going to be a bit of a gambler and get rid of my Rescue Stretcher. I'm going to get myself another Squirtle because I live dangerously.
Seems extraordinarily safe, so that doesn't seem dangerous at all. I like to live dangerously, so I'm gonna get even more. Just
another Squirtle.
In case of the worst case scenario, I'm gonna play it dangerously by getting it 4th basic.
And then I'm gonna Powerful Squall, and hopefully I'm gonna get myself a ton of energy here. Because if I just get one, then I'm in trouble. Well, I at least got 2. Still haven't been able to manually attach, but, you know, that's alright. We'll get there. It's gonna be fine.
Just give it time.
It's gonna be fine. Alright, then we're going to Free Retreat, and I'm going to not be an idiot. Sorry. I've got a Guzma in hand. This is what I was waiting for. Sorry, I'm an idiot. An idiot man.
Very, very well.
I'll take a knockout.
My Cottony, it's not supposed to get water in it.
It's not supposed to get water in it.
Oh boy. Alright. Playing a Nest Ball.
Now, of course, the big problem here is that I've left myself with absolutely no way to get any rare candy. What I probably should have done is put down a Vulpix just in case I got myself a level 9 Ninetales. But that's it.
That's a decision. I don't know. Seems risky.
Like I said, I like to live dangerously.
I'm going to touch a DCE. I'm going to touch a Fairy Charm Lightning, because I don't think you play those, and I want to thin the deck before I play this Cynthia.
Sure, I'd love to see one of those. I think
to shuffle in my 6 supporters and another Pokemon.
Excellent. Oh man. The funny thing is, even though we've entered into this agreement, I still don't think that I can win. Like, I feel like Gardevoir Sylveon is...
Yeah, you got your bad boy here, the Blastoise, and you risked the biscuit to to kill this Cottony before it became a man, which spells you doom. But I think missing out on this this Blastoise might be the GX might be troublesome indeed for you.
Mm.
I'm going to touch another Fairy Charm Lightning to counteract your Zapdoses.
No!
Wherever they may be.
That's the only thing that I was going to be able to do!
And having... Actually, what? No, the DC was my manual attachment for turn. Having nothing else to do, I'm just going to Kaleido Storm, and I'm going to put an energy of the Fairy variety to the back.
Sounds good. Alright, well... I'm going to Brooklet Hill. I'm going to get myself what I should have done.
Did you draw for turn first?
I did, yes. It's too fast for you.
And clearly furious.
Oh, so furious. You can hear it in my voice.
Yeah.
I'm going to get myself an Articuno.
Man, I thought I was going to really like fairy types, I sort of built all these decks thinking I was only going to like the fire type deck, but I've really liked the Cat Day and this deck. To the point where I'm questioning whether or not what deck I'm going to actually build when this new set actually appears.
There's lots of options. There are lots and lots of options, so it's exciting times. I'm discarding a whole bunch of stuff to do a whole bunch of stuff, and we'll see if that stuff pays off. But I do get to shuffle those 5 energy in, which is cool.
Yep.
Because I need to thin my hand down so that I can, play Lily. But knowing my luck, I'll probably just thin my hand into 5 energy, because I just put them all back in.
Woohoo!
So, Lily for 5. 1,
Energy.
2
energy.
Oh, jeez.
3 energy.
4
energy. 5 energy.
Well, they weren't energy, but they're all blue.
That's good. Are your rare candies blue in that deck?
No, they're not. They're
you're playing the gold ones. Oh, no, they let you down.
trainers, yeah. I've made a horrible mistake. We're going to retreat into Vulpix.
Are you gonna...
We're going to put down another Vulpix, and then we're going to Bacon away.
I love Kevin Bacon.
We're going to grab ourselves a Ninetales.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to get ourselves a Blastoise GX.
Alright. Whoa, this is starting to get scary now. Alright, we're going to have to turn this up a notch. Alright. Before we evolve, I think it'll be a smart idea to play Green Search.
That's another really good card, like, that Tapu Lele is just, like, rotating is not going to make any difference for.
Yeah, well that's, like I said, it's one of the bevy of new supporters that are just really, really good that we're just getting.
Yep.
Let me grab this. Switch to... I'll play the Nespel from Search and from hand. Don't Nespel it. And get ourselves a Cutie Patootie Fly and a Zoneus Prism.
Right.
So Zoneus Prism, a decent non-GX attacker in this deck chock full of fairy.
Something that I'm also noticing that's coming out from this set is that lots of the deck archetypes that we're going to see a lot of, they're not using multiple types like they used to. Like.
Yeah, they're just all in on one type.
All in on one type, which I really like. I think that's cool.
Yeah. Okay. As much as I want to go to a non-GX attacker and not risk this getting knocked out by your Blastoise, I really just want to give myself the option to keep cycling my energy every turn with Kaleidoscope. It's just so powerful as your board establishes to be able to keep varying what has energy and what hasn't. So I'm just going to attach to the act.
Sure.
And then I'm going to Kaleidoscope for the knockout. And put the fairy to the back of the Whimsicott.
Sure thing. Alright, here we go. This is the turn where I get to do stuff. Blastoise GX. Energy attachment. Alolan Ninetales GX. Mysterious Guidance. We're playing the game.
Playing the game.
Rare candies. Here we go.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I was expecting you to get something to find a Blastoise with, but this is way worse.
Retreat. Rare candy.
Okie doke. Alright, let's see.
Skills analysis. Alright, I'm gonna get that one and that one.
What are those ones? Do you have to show me? Yes.
Choice Helmet and Judge.
Oh, Choice Helmet. Bugger me. Forgot about you.
Then I'm gonna Brooklet Hill. I should do that as well, just in case I do have any more basics left. I don't.
Just to thin out more cards so that Squall is more likely to hit Water Energy.
Because even though I've just had an absolutely bonkers turn, I still need to shuffle in stupid amounts of energy. 5 energy. So I need to hit how many? 3 off of this Squall. So Squall
but
number
also
1.
You'd also like extra so that you can make sure you can attack next turn.
So 6. So I was lucky. 1, 2, 3.
Wow, and just the first one.
And
Jeez.
now we're going to Squall again to put myself in a position where hopefully I can attack next turn.
That was so dumb. I'm so dumb. What a dummy I am. I'm so dumb, people at home.
Agreeing.
I literally could have just... I literally, like, just picked the wrong cards of Green Search. I literally could have just Green Searched for a Guzma and a Nestball last turn, and I would have had game this turn, because he had to bench the Alolan Ninetales.
Oh, it's fine. We're gonna Squall again. 2, 3, 4,
I'm sure it won't come
5,
up.
6. Alright, we got 1 off of that one.
That seems a bit more balanced. An average of 2 per Squall seems fine to me.
That's acceptable. Alright. So here's the thing. I've had to have an absolutely insane turn just to be able to get this knockout. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because that's a Blastoise. So 5 shuffling in. 5 times 6 is 300, which is a stupid amount.
And you could have done 60 more. So there's...
Oh, sorry, I should have done that as well. More Choice Helmet there. Just to make it a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And I'll draw my 3.
Promote the Cutie Fly, because it has free retreat. So. Alright. Draw for turn. Let's see, how much are we doing?
And remember, of course, that we've got the old, whatever shell, solid shell ability on the Blastoise GX. I know that it says Shadow Move from the Limitless one, but it's solid shell, which means that my Blastoise has effectively 300 HP, which is pretty cool.
Ultra Ball, discarding the switch that I grabbed for no reason, instead of the Guzma, which won me the game.
For the Lele for Guzma for game.
Oh no, that's fine. It was actually 10 off, so I don't feel as bad now.
Oh, cool. Thank goodness for that.
Thank goodness. Now I can stop complaining. Ultra Ball for Rabombi.
Yes.
And then we'll Cintiha.
Sure thing.
This is a bit of a gamble now. I could easily see myself losing this game.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. Ultimately, I've made it.
Down to a coin flip.
I've still got to get a knockout, and I had to make the situation more favourable for me to actually be able to get the chance at the coin flip.
5, 6. 6 cards off Cynthia. You get
6 cards.
Okay. To free retreat. To Whimsicott. Do some management here. He's a bit out of control.
Yeah, well, we've got lots of energy on a guy like that. It can be big problems.
So, I'll Energy Blow for 10, 40, 70, 100, 130, 160, 190, 130, because of your ability and choice help.
130. Okay. Draw for 2.
So now, he gets to flip a coin for the win. And on Tails, he loses.
If I get energy off of this squall, which I really should. So
2 energy.
Squall, 2 energy. 3.
And you have to.
4, 5, 6. So I got 1.
Only 1?
So I need another.
Will we see a game 3?
Powerful Squall. I'm going to throw it out there. I think even if I win, I'm going to give it to you because I cheated. I cheated to win this. Like, I made the rules more favourable for myself.
But if I'm honest here, I haven't even been able to see the way to get to this game. I haven't seen it.
Really?
Other than green, I could have green searched for it. That's it. But at that point, you know, you'd already taken 3 prizes.
Fair enough. Okay, well, we'll see how we go.
You got to this point in the game by yourself.
Here we go. Rocket Splash. I'm gonna put the energy to
Now-
the side because I need to shuffle them in regardless.
So key thing here is that, wait, it doesn't say who flips the coin. Because it's the effect of this Pokemon, I am going to flip the coin.
Sure thing.
So I'm going to roll the dice. Tails.
What does that mean?
Oh no, Tails is the bad result! Oh!
So
Because
Tails,
Ed gets me. Yes,
Tails
you
wins. I win. Oh, thank goodness for that.
Yeah, so it definitely is my dice roll because heads is the good result. Where it's usually heads is the
Heads would be the good result for me. Yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I'll
heads
tell,
would be the good result for you.
I'll tell you what, Blake. We've been going here for about 41 minutes, 42 minutes. We're probably not going to get a game 3, and we might just leave it as it is, because I don't see us managing to get another one.
We saw a very good demonstration of the capabilities of both decks out of these 2 games. So
I think we've done a reasonable good job.
I'm happy to think that without a doubt, both of those decks would have comfortably gone to time and tied because they wouldn't have closed out the game fast enough. Like this deck, whilst showing off an unbelievable amount of walling capabilities against a lot of popular decks, can't really rush people down.
Yeah.
Unless the whole deck has 150 HP or less, like Zapdos, I suppose, but it only gives up 1 price. So
yeah, so it's a pretty solid choice when you're going.
And as long as I get the Fairy Charm for ability, there's no way you're taking 6 prizes anytime soon either. In time, in fact, I could just lead alone Gardevoir, put the ability thing on it.
Yeah, and then Acerola Chain.
Establish a hand of Acerolas and
win from there.
Pretty comfortably.
Yeah,
Well, at least take it to time if I wasn't sure I was going to win.
Exactly. So I reckon we've got a pretty solid tie there. Yeah.
Pretty happy with both of these decks and how they performs though. Yeah.
I don't think
I'm
we
looking
can
forward
complain.
to playing both of those decks and tuning them more towards what the meta's going to be.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if we've got a Fairy Charm for fire types or not. I don't think we do.
I'm not sure.
So
We'd have to look that
could
one
be
up.
that could be a problem, but if not, I'm definitely chuck those in there because
That seems like a really good choice.
because fire's going to be pretty good for those of you at home who are not sure. It's damn good.
It ought to be pretty good, but hey, we'll wait and see.
Order your fiery flints from because no one bought Dragon's Majesty or whatever that set was called.
Well, here's the thing: fiery flints are actually in the next set as well, so you can get them
Well,
from
there you
that
go.
set. So don't order them; just buy a pack. It'll be an uncommon.
I ordered them in. They were 99 cents each.
They're probably about the same cost as they'll be from the pack anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
All right, no worries. Well, we'll leave it there, Blake. Thanks very much for coming along for this one, mate. It was good fun.
Yeah, it was.
And thanks everyone for watching. Again, if you're interested in seeing more content like this, we've got some more Proxy Boxing coming up. We've got more deck profiles and tournament reviews and stuff in the works as well. So feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff to make sure that you're around for more from the Sableyes.
And for those of you who are still watching, if you have an idea for what I should build next, I'm going to build something fire related. I haven't decided what yet, so if you guys come up with an idea, leave it in the comments below, and I'll try and build something around the fire type you suggest.
Yeah,
so
for sure, because there's lots of options now that we've got all this fire support. So looking forward to it on the next episode of Proxy Boxing, Blake. Well done, man. he's not even gonna humour my response there.
I figured I'd wait till you stop the recording before I go on about the whole training center thing.
All right, no
we already played out that bit.
We've established it. All right, no worries.
Everyone knows we're warring factions at this point.
We'll talk more about that off camera, and we'll see you again next time on the Save Alliance. Thanks very much, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.